Hey guys, it's DC and welcome to the Soap Sanctuary where all soap lovers are welcome. This is my General Hospital review, The Guiding Light Route. Can I tell you that I understand Sasha's plight with the storyline, and it's gotta be tough. You have a great connection with someone I love, because true, genuine, pure love doesn't always come around. It's not like a coffee house popping up at every corner. It's a very rare thing to find. Love is a many splendored thing. That's not just the name of a TV show. It's very hard to find. And Sasha is in this dynamic where this man that she's loved, she hasn't loved since what was it? Since Brando. And now she's opening up her heart again. And now this man is possibly her cousin. It's hard. I feel for her. I really do feel for Sasha. You know, the thing about it is that everyone's like, oh, this is so gross. Ew, this is so gross. Now, the thing about it is I'm not co-signing the relationship, but I will say this, is that morality is very relative based on the society. So we were all mourning Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, but did you guys know they were first cousins? Did y'all know that? And here's the thing. It wasn't really an uncommon thing for people, especially like Cleopatra. Cleopatra married her brother, and I think one of her brothers married her daughter when she became of age. It wasn't an uncommon thing for people to marry within their family to keep the lineage there. That wasn't uncommon. That was not an uncommon thing. It only recently became taboo in the last few centuries. That's not me co-signing it, but this is to give you another example of things. Morality is very relative. So people usually got married, women usually got married around like 12 to 14 back in the day in ancient times, and now it's a lot older. Now, which maybe that would explain why in Jewish culture you become a man at 12 to 13. I don't know, but I'm just saying. But morality is relative based on society and at large. And so what I'm saying is that with Sasha and Cody and the plight that they're facing with their relationship, it's gotta be a tough dynamic. And a lot of people say, man, if I thought my husband, my wife was my cousin, I'm out of there. Would you though? Let's say if you're 20 years deep and you have 5 kids, would you though? Just because of one piece of knowledge that's not an error of either your parts, would you go leave? I'm asking a very philosophical question here. And some people say, what kind of a question is that, DC? Crazy. But really think about it. Really honestly think about it. We've been learned to believe this is gross, but what actually makes it gross? And I'm not saying whether it's gross or not. That's not what I'm doing. I know if Albert is watching this video, why Albert DC is. But I'm really asking you a philosophical question here. What made it gross was someone telling you it was gross? Because there was a time in history that sexual acts, anything besides penile and vaginal intercourse, was immoral or controversial. Now everybody has seemed to expand their views on that, including many conservative crowds. Right? So that begs a question there. Where's your morality lying? So I watch a lot of different documentaries, and morality is very relative based on society. So with Jonathan and Tammy, Jonathan knew. Jonathan always knew that Tammy was his cousin. And that's exactly why he sought her out, to hurt her. But then he found love. And this became one of the most super couples in soap history. It was Jonathan and Tammy. I think they were probably one of the last of the Mohicans. The last super soap couples that we had. And Guiding Light never reversed history on that. And so I'm wondering, is GH gonna go the Guiding Light route? Can the viewers handle it? Because GH viewers are very sensitive. They are sensitive folks. Guiding Light had a mature audience. Same with As the World Turns. Can they handle it though? Everybody loved Jonathan and Tammy. It's like we almost put our minds behind the fact that they were actually cousins. If we look at Larry and Karen Wolak on One Life to Live, they were first cousins too. There's a lot of storylines like that in soaps back in the day. It wasn't really an uncommon. I'm telling you, this only recently has become a very taboo thing. They've already done The Do. And maybe it's possible they're gonna do a rewrite where Mac and Robert aren't really brothers. But the question is, what would you do? Some people say, no, I wouldn't, I'm out of there, I'm out. But let's say if you have 5 kids, you're 20 years in. And you just happen to find out, you both happen to find a piece of information, you're just gonna be out? Just like that? What if you found out that somewhere in your lineage that, I want to say consensual inbreeding, consensual, because the only thing incest think of it not being non-consensual. Two people in your family are actually related, and that's how you got here. Would you be like, you know what? Because I found that out, I'm out. You're gonna go find the nearest bridge to go jump off of. Probably not, right? Probably not. It'd be traumatizing, probably not. Because this is the thing I do on this channel. I'm going to ask deep philosophical questions here on this channel. We're not just gonna talk about soaps and what I hate and I loved in the show. I like to ask us to go deep and really think about these stuff for a moment. So for Sasha and Cody, I could only imagine that plight. Just like people say, oh my God, someone cheated on me, I'm out of here. You cheat on me, I'm out. I'm out, you cheat on me. Would you go? It's easy to say it when you're not in that boat, but what would you really do? Now the thing is, if you're related to someone, and let's say you have 20 kids, 5 years down the line, you finally related to the person you're married to, is it the fact that you're related to them or the fact that people knowing that you're related to them will bother you? Because for some people, it might be the latter and not the former. Really want you to think about these things. The great Cleopatra, if any guys love Cleopatra dressed up for her as Halloween, did you know that she married her brother? Did you know that? Yep. So, this is very interesting when we get down to these kind of subjects. And these subjects don't bother me. Some people are like, but it's the philosophical thought that goes behind these questions. What could you do if you were in Sasha and Cody's shoes? They've already done the do. It's already too late. They've already done the do. It's already done. What if Sasha ends up pregnant? And I think Sasha had a tough time carrying a child, right? What do you do? And her and Cody were in love. This was all consensual. What do you do? Yep. So, lastly, I want to move on to Brad and Lucas. I want these two back together. I do. I believe the only reason why they're not together is because of Carly. If Brad had done this to any other family that him and Lucas did not know or had no relation to, they would have been back together. But because it's Carly, it's hard for Lucas to even consider it. And he knows he's gonna be judged. That's why sometimes some people, it's like they want to make a relationship work with someone, but they can't because of judgment. That's why when people know too much about a relationship, it's harder to be able to work through something. Sometimes it's not you, it's not them, it's everybody else. Yeah. That's what makes it hard. And I feel like Lucas wants to give Brad that chance. And Brad might be slightly always a little bit of a schemer. Even him blackmailing Portia, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, Portia's the one who put herself in that situation. Brad didn't invent anything happening. All he's just saying is that he wants her to vouch for him and show him some respect. I didn't think that was too much to ask for. But knowing Brad, he will take it to the next level. But I think that was too much to ask for. I really did not. But you guys can let me know your thoughts on Sasha and Cody. The guiding light route, as I call it. You can't be with him. He's your cousin. That's it. Because they didn't know this prior. Isn't it crazy sometimes when you don't know something, you know information, all of a sudden, your perceptions, feelings, and thought process, everything starts to change. But what if you never knew? I'm gonna leave you guys that question there. Anyways, guys, this has been the Soap Sanctuary. I'm out.